Just last Sunday, on July 18th, the two best players in the world played possibly the greatest grand finals in the history of Smash. There were tons of insane and crazy moments in this set, and very unfortunately, to talk about it in any meaningful way, there will of course be spoilers. If you haven't seen the set yet and want to go through it spoiler-free, this is your chance to dip out. This set was incredible to watch, but there was a single micro situation that really stuck in my head after watching, and it happened in Game 5 of the second set. It wasn't some cool combo, although there were plenty of those, and it wasn't some brilliant outplay. In fact, it wasn't even very technical. I'm talking about the singular moment in the set where Mango grabs the ledge, waits for a bit, and presses L or R and rolls up from the ledge to ledgehog Zane. In the context of the set, this was in the deciding game of Grand Finals. You may notice Mango's down 2 stocks to 4 after Zane got off to a ferocious start. Let me briefly explain how these interactions are supposed to play out. Marth is off stage and wants to use his up B to make it back. Marth is going to pick between sweet spotting to the ledge or going slightly above. But at this point, if Marth goes to stage at the percent Zane's at, he's pretty dead. So Zane's going to be gunning for the ledge. But the problem is that Mango has a window of intangibility to play with. And while Mango's intangible on the ledge, Zane's up B hitbox can't do anything to him. So ideally, Zane wants to hit after this window. But Mango can actually extend his ledge coverage by pressing L or R on his controller, which will make him roll from the ledge. And due to how the game is programmed, even though Mango has seeded ledge, while he's in this animation, Marth still can't grab ledge. So there's a lot of danger out there for Zane. But the magic happens when Zane is able to threaten up B for longer than his opponent can retain ledge intangibility. If Zane enters this zone, where an up B is possible, then Mango is forced to burn through his intangibility, and then at the very end of it, press L or R seeding ledge. And then once the roll finishes, Zane can up B late and can get the ledge back. And not only is this possible, this exact interaction plays out earlier in the game. Mango respects the early up B by grabbing ledge, but Zane delays his up B. Mango is forced to roll up, and Zane gets back. With theoretically frame-perfect inputs, Fox can refresh intangibility with various ledge stalls. But in Grand Finals, with $48,000 on the line, on a Game 5 set with so much clout and money at stake, it's usually not a winning move to force yourself to be perfect to just survive, instead of just accepting your fate, rolling up, and hoping to outplay your opponent on safer terms. And so, this establishes an expected norm, where with decision making that makes sense for both players, Zane will make it back every time. But in this particular interaction, Mango waits longer than he normally should have. You can actually see before he rolls, his character model stops flashing. He's no longer intangible. And this slightly longer wait before pressing R is what tips his interaction in his favor. He rolls, and Zane actually dies here. And this is a hard call out. I can't tell you how impressed I was here, not by the technical knowledge required to do this, but by the sheer guts it takes to pull this off. If you've ever played Marth Fox from the Fox perspective, you'll know that this comes up a lot, and the risk reward is just simply not in your favor if you decide to do these cheeky little outplays. Because here it worked out, but Zane has made a career out of killing foxes from this position. If up B clips you while you're not intangible, you end up in an unimaginably bad spot against a Marth who has just grabbed ledge and now has intangibility to kill you with. If Mango, without intangibility, gets clipped by the up B, he is so dead. And not only does he die if wrong, he's at 0%. This is a fresh stock, and Zane's at kill percent. This is totally unnecessary. Dying at 0 is potentially set losing. If he had any chance of making this comeback, it's gone if this interaction goes awry. And in the context of this tournament, this being Grand Finals, with everyone watching, with $48,000 on the line, Mango goes for it anyway. Mango, as a competitor, is so incredibly unique among his peers. I find that as time goes on, people find more and more ways to be more risk-averse, to eke out more rewards without putting themselves at risk. And yet, Mango always seems willing to gamble when everyone else is just trying to hold on. It's pretty easy with nothing on the line to go for these kinds of plays and play as crazy as we want. But in a community where your established skill is ultimately decided by a set of panelists, where the game isn't just how good you are, but also how good you are perceived to be, there is a huge amount of social pressure to play clean, safe, and optimal. We can see this when players will drop out of tournaments at a moment's notice, when they feel like they're playing poorly and their controller doesn't work. And these are pretty justifiable excuses for not competing. I definitely play worse when I feel like poop. I've tried playing on bad controllers before, and I can definitely empathize with having that feeling in the back of my mind, that if I'm going to lose, I don't want to look stupid, especially when playing matches on stream with lots of people watching. And so, to make such a gutsy bet that most spectators might miss, that if it didn't work out, everyone on Twitter would be going like, oh, look at Mango. Washed up competitor, got gassed in game 10, was doing something dumb, and died for it. This is sort of incredible. Mango has a career built on sometimes looking like a genius, and sometimes also looking like a buster. He'll never get the superlative of most consistent player, but he has this very unique power, where he's more than okay looking like an idiot. And in fact, in these 10 situations where so much is on the line, where most players are afraid to take risks, Mango thrives. And here, this callout sort of makes sense. Sure, it's risky, but if you're going to make this comeback against possibly the biggest prodigy Melee has ever seen, you're not going to do it by the book. I won't say any more about this game, in the off chance you haven't seen the set and still want to see the ending. And although you've been pretty massively spoiled, it's definitely still worth the watch, and I'll link it down below. Thanks for watching.